What's going on, everybody? I'm doing some map editing in the Far Cry 5/Arcade map editor. This is my third attempt to try to create a map and have it released for you guys soon, since I'm working on other maps that won't be released anytime soon. But yeah, my first map was my Bigfoot map, and I wasn't really satisfied with that one, and it wasn't as dark in the published version as it was supposed to be, like it was in the editor version. So I ended up deleting that. It was doing terrible anyways. My second map that I tried to attempt to do was kind of like this one. It took place on Mars, and I was using my RFG asset, my RFG assets that I created, and there was 3 different regions that you could go into, and to get to different regions, you'd go through a tunnel, and when you did, the lighting or color and the fog would change to fit the theme of that region. I really liked that map a lot, but unfortunately when I tried to test publish it, I got hit with an error message saying the map file size was too big, and usually that means, it really means nothing. It basically is just the edges of the map are too bumpy or hilly or whatever, and it is like a bug, I guess. So I tried to flatten the edges of the map, and I kind of bypassed it, but I would add some more objects and then it'd come back. So it was really weird, and I decided just to scrap it and delete it. But I decided to give it a third try, third time's a charm, and so far this map has been successful with everything that I have been doing on this map. So this map's called Mars, the Parker Sector, and it's somewhat based off of the Parker region in the Red Faction Guerrilla game. I wanted to make a map using my Red Faction Guerrilla assets. I built all those assets and I hadn't really utilized them a whole bunch. So I decided to go ahead and try to create a map using those. So far this map has been pretty successful. What I'm doing right now is I'm going to start working on getting rid of some of the writings that you see here, like break to get guns. And it's basically this thing you could break. It's like an ore. So yeah. I'm actually doing my 3 mission thing, where you have to, when you spawn in the map, you'll see kill enemies to unlock missions, and once you kill the enemies around the map, the first mission location will be here. Since I just revealed the location, I would highly recommend do not walk into this area before you kill everybody else, or else AI will not spawn in correctly. But yeah, so that's the first mission. You walk into it. Oh, I need to write mission up here. And then, yeah, then an objective marker will take you to the place where you need to go. Let me do that really quick. I need to create... As you can see, I took extra precautions here to try to avoid that error of the map file size being too big. The idea is that if you have too much mountains or hills or whatever on the edges of the map, it screws it up for some reason. So as you see, I stayed away from the edges of the map as best as I could, and I'm surprised that the gameplay portion of the map is still actually fairly large, and it does help thicken the fog a little bit because it makes things seem further in the distance. But yeah, I was really surprised by that, and there's still a lot of extra terrain outside of the map too that I wish I could utilize, but unfortunately, yeah, I can't. Just because I'm too scared to. So I'm going to, I need to write mission on that, oh goodness, I actually spelled mission. I need letters. How cool would that be if you could just type in what you want to say, and then the letters will automatically, display for you. Putting down the wrong letters to begin with. I need I. Then I need 2 S's. And then I need an O. Give me an N. What does that spell? Well, it definitely does spell mission. I completely missed my I. Good thing I'm no cheerleader. There we go. Goodness gracious. I haven't had enough coffee. Alright. So I'm going to do a light yellow just because of, it stands out pretty well. Mission. put that here. Face it that way a little bit more. Mission. Okay. I'll worry about the other mission titles later. Okay, so what I'm going to do now is start getting rid of some of this writing. So we have this right here, and I want to go ahead and delete that. Now, thanks to Steve64B, he created a magnificent editor mod that that I've actually been using, and it's fantastic. There's a lot of, I mean, there's some mods out there, but this one is really massive. I mean, you can spend a lot of time just going through everything that's in this mod. It's really great. Unfortunately, I think it's only on PC, but yeah, it's fantastic. So I'm using his mod, and one of his mod contains, or what contains in his mod is the fact that you can add more than 10 actions in a script, and that's really helpful actually, because I used to, if I had to delete a sentence, it would take at least 3 scripts to do so, and I sometimes wonder if because it takes that much that the game can't process it correctly, and that's why some letters end up staying afloat. So I'm just gonna probably do all on just one, well, how many letters is that? There, we got 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24, 25, 26, 27. 27. Alright, so I can go ahead and probably try that. So unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object. You know, it would be nice if you could actually, okay, so we have this action window, right? If you could set a quantity of how many of the same action you want, and then you select it and hit OK. That would be amazing. Definitely needs to be a thing in the next map editor for sure. If there is the next map editor, I hope there is. Or they just make this one 10 times better down the road. Alright, I'm nowhere near my target amount, so I'll keep going. Oh goodness, just removed it. Let me go ahead and show you guys what the extra actions that Steve has on his mod. So we have force equip weapon, so that basically when the player hits the trigger, their weapon changes and they have to stick with that weapon. Update target count, I have not used that yet. I think that might just be for bounty hunt modes. Change HUD objective, now that's really cool. So you can change what the letters are on the on your HUD, or what the objective is on the HUD. So that's cool. Lock player input, which holds a player in place, and then you can unlock them from that input. So pretty neat. Alright, I'm going to go ahead and start deleting my letters. Get rid of that. Get rid of that one. You really have to be careful not to accidentally select the same letter. I have done that by accident a couple times. Unlock, unlock, so C, then K, then M. We need more. Unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object. Alright. That's probably not enough, but so we have the M, we have the S, we have the S. And we're close. I need one more. Add action and unspawn object. Bam. Alright. Cool beans. We got that. Alrighty. So we have that, and then we have this right here. Break to get guns. And there's a baseball bat that spawns in, so you can beat it. So what I have to do with this script is, how many is that? We got 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, and 15. Okay, so unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object. Okay. I really do not like doing this. This is my least favorite thing to do in the map editor, is having to spawn in letters and unspawn letters. Just because, one, they're never guaranteed. Sometimes they don't unspawn when you want them to. To get guns. Alright, I need one more. Okay. Now I'm going to save, because I don't feel like doing that again, in case the editor stops working. Alright. What I plan on doing is adding some traffic. And one of the cool things about Steve64B's mod is that you can actually spawn in AI as objects. So because of that, it gets rid of that stupid bug or game design choice. I've been told it's both or either or. To where if there's too much AI on the map, AI will not successfully spawn in. But because you're setting them to spawn as objects, they will spawn in with no problems at all. So I'm thinking about using that as traffic, because I want the traffic to be able to spawn in, and of course there's no way to really make AI drive around the map all the time. So I'm going to have to do my little traffic trick that I made a video on, and I used it in my Breach Force map. But I think I'm going to be doing ground traffic and possibly maybe patrol vehicles, like enemy patrol vehicles that will spawn in at random points. Not really random, but they seem like they're spawning in random points. And then maybe have a helicopter fly over every once in a while. So I really want to do that. If I can publish the map after doing all that, that's going to be awesome. Alright, so I got rid of those letters there. Now there's another, so mission one, I don't really want to give away too much about it, but you have to follow somebody. You have to follow an enemy or a traitor, basically. And you follow to the location of where they're going, and then they end up revealing who they're going to meet with, and then you have to kill them all. Let's see, so 60 seconds. Yes, I was going to change that. Move action down. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. One more. Oh, no, wait. Okay. Hopefully this works. I was thinking a lot about... No, wrong one. I was thinking a lot about maybe creating some of the enemy buildings destructible. And, you know, obviously that's one of the biggest things with Red Faction in the actual game, is that you can destroy pretty much anything, any structure. And we have destructible objects in the editor, and I've created destructible buildings in the past. But the sad thing is not all of the static generic shapes are in destructible form. So when it comes to doing stuff with triangles that I need to have triangles for example this, they're not thin skinny triangles, they're actually the fat wide ones. And yeah, it would make buildings not as detailed, because I wouldn't be able to pull it off too well. Alright, so we have follow. I think that's going to disappear too late. I hope it doesn't trick anybody. So basically, he gets into this car, and then you just follow him to the location. That's what I wanted to do. Let me put a four-wheeler down here. Quad, I think they call it in this game. Lower that. Yep. Okay. Change the color. And then I have a lot of scripting on that one. The biggest thing about doing the trigger, volume trigger, is that it is a free roam based map, so I have to really make sure that the volume triggers are in areas where hopefully players are most not likely to accidentally trigger it too early. And that's a little tricky to deal with, because you really never know how people are going to play. Spawn object. Then I'm going to move this past that 60-second delay. There we go. Awesome. Okay, so we got that, and then oh no. Oh no, what did I do? No, I just realized I messed up. I messed up. Hold on, I gotta fix this. Unspawn. Remove action. Let me start from the top. Remove action. Remove action. Remove action. Man, I messed up. Hate when that happens, especially with scripting, because it's like if you try to go change something, it seems like scripts glitch so badly. They mess with other things. I meant to do spawn object with a lifetime, because I need those letters to spawn in, and then they need to unspawn, so that we don't see them anymore. I added too much. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. Yeah, I added too much. Go back. Remove. Don't crash, editor. Alright. Follow. Alright. So now I have to move these actions up. Past that delay. I wish you could grab multiple actions and shift them up to where you want them to. Okay, and last one. Okay, so now I need to select the time. Let's see, you're up there, so follow. Probably a good 30 seconds should be plenty. All right. Okay, so that should be good. I gotta do the same thing on this side. Kinda. Kill. Dang, I don't want to do a control. I don't want to do a volume there. Somebody might hit it before the mission starts. So what should I do? The only thing I can do is rely on this action over here. Alright, well luckily it's not a huge sentence, so I won't need that much. Kill is 4, so there's 5. Spawn object with a lifetime. Spawn object with a lifetime. Spawn object. No, hang on. Wait. Go back. Cancel. Remove. Remove. Okay, let's try this again. Spawn object. Spawn object. Okay. Okay. So what I'm going to do now is create a new script for this part, because I need to get rid of that kill. So we'll do unspawn object, unspawn object, unspawn object, and unspawn object. Crap, one more. There we go. And then we gotta select it again. Alright, I'm gonna do a trigger event on death of AI. Okay. And we'll pick our AI. And we'll just choose this guy. And maybe we'll pick the traitor as well. Okay. So I think that's okay. And that's mission 1, so that's good. Alright. So one other thing I need to do, and I was thinking about when it comes to destroying these, there's no real tell on when you actually succeed in destroying them, because you're not supposed to really destroy... I mean, you can destroy all of these black little beams that stick out, but you don't really have to. The action or the trigger for the object destroyed is not selected for all of them. It's only for a couple, and so I want to make a way to where it's somewhat obvious that you've unlocked the weapon. And I think just having the blinking light in here, and then the blinking light goes away, might be... never mind, hold on, I'm having doubts. Let me do sci-fi. See what we can get with sci-fi, if there's any. Thus far away. I really wish there was like a giant wind effect where you could see kind of wind blowing around. Because you can see the smoke from the smokestacks blowing over the map, and it's kind of cool. It gives the map a little bit of movement, or a little bit of life. No, that is way too obvious. Nope. 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 Maybe if that was smaller, I wouldn't have mind. Well, nah, I'll stick with the light for now. So I have to add it in. I should have did this before, that way I don't have to mess around actually placing it inside the things. Alright, so that... I definitely don't want to reveal all the locations. So I'll just do that for right now. Just to let me know that's what I'm sticking with. Unspawn object, then you can select the light. There we go. Okay. I'm gonna go ahead and save, and I'm gonna do a test publish really quick. I gotta have my hand or my finger on the escape button. So I can hit back. Yes! Oh no, did it publish? It immediately went to 100% really quick. Hopefully it did not publish. I'll take a look on the arcade website, just to be sure. Alright, so I'm going to continue editing the map, but I'm going to take a break for now. But I think that's going to be it for this one. Anyways, I hope you guys enjoy this map when it's done. And hopefully everything goes well to how I have it set up. So, yep, you guys take care now. See ya.